in, friends and neighbors, or shall I say this afternoon.
Welcome back to the Pirates franchise on MLB The Show. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to drop that like and hit the subscribe button, as it is going to be the Mets hosting the Pirates and looking to avoid the sweep on their home turf, as the Pirates have taken the first two games of this series. They won 4-0 in Game 1, then 4-2 in Game 2, and now they rely on Kodai Senga to try and get him back on track, as he's making his 25th start of the year. He's 7-8 with 3.3 ERA. Does have some pretty good velocity on the fastball, but can struggle with command from time to time, and not really a strikeout guy. So we'll see if he can keep things together for the Mets against Evan Milton, and it is going to be O'Neal Cruz standing in to start things off for the Pirates. Boy, Senga got away with that one. A hanging slider, and Cruz just out in front, fouls it off, and the count now 1-2. And swung on and missed as he pulls the string there. The fork kind of acts like a changeup. Cruz looked like he was right on it, but just out in front, he's down on strikes for the first out. Cutter gets the corner, and that evens or brings the count full now to 3-2. And the payoff pitch to Connor Joe is hit hard right at him at short. He bobbles it, recovers and throws and gets him, and that's going to be the second out of the inning and give us a chance to look at the Pirates lineup, as it was Cruz to lead off, then Connor Joe, Brian Reynolds starting to swing the bat, Evan Milton, Jack Sawinski, G-Man Choi got the average up to 283. Castro gets the start at third today, with Hayes getting the day off. Then it's Marcano and Rodriguez to round out the lineup. Boy, that's three straight hittable pitches that, you know, Reynolds just couldn't do anything with. Swung and missed, and then fouls a couple off. It's still 0-2, and now he's down on strikes, as he couldn't stay back on the fourth ball there. A couple of strikeouts for Senga, and he sets him down in order. Now we get a look at the numbers for Evan Milton in this one, making start number 31 on the season, leading the league in wins with 21, strikeouts with 213. He's got a 2.37 ERA and a .97 whip across 186 innings. Marte takes a strike, and he's behind in the count, 0-1. Tries to lay down a bunt, but popped it up. Milton is over and has it, and that's the first out. And let's look at the Mets lineup in this one, as Marte will lead things off. Then it's Guillerme, Jeff McNeil, Pete Alonso, Mark Cana in the 5-hole. Then Eduardo Escobar will be the DH. Narvaez doing the catching, Danny Mendick at short, and Tim LaCastro in center field. And this team leads the league in stolen bases, so if they get on, look out. Luis Guillerme now with one away, nobody on. That ball hit hard and into the gap, and that's going to get down, should be extra bases. He doesn't run well, but this is still going to be a stand-up double, as he's swinging at the first pitch and ambushes that one, drives it into the gap, and the Mets have got a runner in scoring position here, and the heart of the order due up. McNeil early on the fastball, but fouls it off, and it stays 1-2. And then Milton pulls the string, got him swinging, and that is a big second out, as he's now 1 out away from stranding that runner. Lucky there, as Alonso just crushes that changeup foul. The count stays 1-2. Two-strike pitch is in the dirt. Alonso chased it. Rodriguez sends it down to first, and that is going to do it for the Mets, as Milton able to strand that runner in scoring position, and we are scoreless as we head to the second. It's going to be Evan Milton to lead things off for the Pirates here, as that OPS is now .930 on the season, having an absolutely outstanding year both on the mound and at the dish. First pitch from Senga is a cutter at the knees. He gets the call and is ahead 0-1. Milton probably looking to maybe turn on something here. He gets a splitter or a fork over the heart of the plate. This ball hit deep to center field, but he just missed it. And that is a loud first out, as he catches that one just shy of the warning track. Sawinski takes a strike. It's quickly 0-1, as he's hitting .271 on the year, 15 home runs, and an .830 OPS. Chops this one up the middle. Tough play, and they're not going to get him. It's an infield single for Sawinski, as that's just a tough play there, and he runs well and is on with a 1-out single. Fork ball high, but catches the outside corner, and it's 0-1 to G-Man Choi. Want to get that ball down here, try and get a double play. He leaves that one up, and it is hit hard and into the gap in right center field. Sawinski on the move. He is rounding third, heading for home. The throw comes into second and is cut off. And the Pirates grab the lead on the RBI double for Choi. And it is 1-0. Heck of an at-bat here from Castro, fouling off a bunch of pitches. This is pitch number 9 on the way. 3-2 pitch is grounded to the left side. Fielded on the backhand, jump throw across the diamond, and not in time. It's an infield single for Castro. Choi has to hold at second, but it's going to be first and second now with one away in the inning. That one missing low. It's now 2-2 to Tucupita Marcano. Runners on first and second, one away. Big pitch coming here. And he popped it up. This is going to be an infield fly. Actually, yeah. So the Pirates were kind of waiting for them to make a decision. The throw is offline, though. They had Choi doubled off because he wasn't sure what the umpires were going to do. It goes down as an F7, and the inning stays alive on the errant throw. And now a huge opportunity for Endy Rodriguez to make them pay. Senga gets the call on the inside corner and gets ahead in the count, 0-1. And that one is grounded softly to the right side, and they're going to take it to the bag to end the inning. So they do get out of it, but the Pirates really taxed Senga there, making him throw a bunch of pitches. They also get on the board, and they lead this thing 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. Canna checks his swing. Almost went around there, but holds off, and it's now 1-2. Milton goes up and in with a fastball at 95 and gets the call on the edge for strike 3. Escobar late on that fastball. Fouls it off, though, and the count moves to 1-2. Milton goes to the fastball again and just blew it by him. So back-to-back strikeouts for him, and that's 2 down now in the inning. Mets really struggling with timing on the fastball from Milton. He's early on that one, and now he goes to the changeup and left it over the heart of the plate, and Narvaez torches that one into left as it's past the try at third from Castro, and the Mets have a man on with 2 down. 0-1 now to Mendick, and that curve is lifted just over the reach of Cruz at short. It's going to be a single, and they'll go station to station as Reynolds gets that one in. It's back-to-back knocks for the Mets. That'll turn the order over as it's now going to be Tim LeCastro to hit here in the inning with 2 outs and 2 on. Well, he swings through a slider there that was hittable, but he was just guessing fastball, obviously, out in front, and that runs the count full. And the payoff pitch is on the way, and got him looking, 97 up and in. He strikes out the side, and that is going to end the inning and strand a couple. We go to the third. It is still 1-0 Pirates. So that'll bring up O'Neal Cruz to start off the inning here in the third, hitting just .239 now on the season. And he gets a fastball to hit on the first pitch and ropes it into left field. That's going to get by the try in left and go all the way to the wall. And Cruz is not stopping at second. He is turned and headed for third, and he is going to be in with a leadoff triple here. Didn't think he was going to be able to get 3 there, but it just had the right angle to where when he tried to make the stop in left and cut it off and maybe hold him to a single, he doesn't get to it, and then he's kind of got to recover and change his route, get back to it, and instead of a perhaps single, if he gets to it, it's a triple to bring up Connor Joe with a runner on third and nobody out. Boy, Senga could really use a strikeout here, but Connor Joe able to foul that one off and stay alive. It's still 0-2. And that one is in the dirt. He chased. They've got to send it down to first to get him, but they do. Cruz is going to have to hold it third, and that's the first out. So Reynolds struck out his first time up. Another strikeout here would be absolutely massive for the Mets. He's behind in the count 1-0, and that ball lifted into center field. This should be deep enough to score the runner, and Cruz is going to tag, and he will come in to score on a sacrifice fly for Reynolds, and that's going to make it 2-0 Pirates. And that brings up Evan Milton now with nobody on and 2-away here in the inning. Senga already at 44 pitches now with 2 outs here in the third. Fastball misses outside. He tried to get that one back to the outside corner with the cutting action, but it hangs out there, and it's 1-0 to Evan Milton. Goes back out there. This time the fork is going to miss outside, and now it's 2-0. And if you're Milton here, you're probably thinking dead red, so this is a dangerous pitch. You don't want to be too aggressive here. He tried to get it by him up and in. Milton late on it, though, and fouls that one off. Well, he has had trouble getting the inside fastball so far this season. Perhaps maybe a little bit of a hole in his swing. We'll see if teams try and take advantage of it. That time he tries to go in, but he leaves it over the part of the plate, and the timing better there as Milton serves it into right for a 2-out single. Sawinski chasing that one way up out of the zone, but fouls off another one, and it's still 0-2. The pitch from Senga is inside, but he swings through it and is down on strikes. Another strikeout for Senga, but another run for the Pirates after the leadoff triple. It's a sacrifice fly for Reynolds to make it 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Good job to foul that one off. Stays alive. It's still 0-2. Wind up in the pitch is a hanging curve that he's able to keep fair down the left field line. Sawinski could have a play here if he hurries. Here comes the throw. It is going to be late, and Marte is in with a leadoff double. So he fights off a couple of pitches with 2 strikes, and then it gets a hanger and is able to serve it down the left field line for extra bases, and a good chance here for the Mets to get on the board. Fastball misses down and away, and it's 1-0. Milton goes back to the fastball. This one is lifted high down the left field line into foul territory. Long run for Sawinski, but he makes the play just shy of the wall over there for the first out. Nice play there, and that's a big one. Now it's Jeff McNeil, 0 for 1. They need a hit here, and that's not going to do it. Swinging first pitch, ground ball to short. Cruz quickly gets it over to Choi, and that's a quick out there. And it's going to be up to Pete Alonso now with 2 outs here in the inning. Milton tried to beat him with a fastball up and in, but Alonso actually early on it, fouls it off, and it stays 2-2. Then he goes to a changeup and just absolutely froze him. So obviously Alonso just guessing there, because that is a pitch he should have absolutely hammered. And we are going to the fourth in a 2-0 ball game. The Pirates leading here in New York. Choi takes the fastball off the inside corner, gets it to 1-2. He's 1 for 1 on the day. A double back in the second inning, and this one is hit deep to right field. Way back. This has a chance, and it is gone. A solo shot for Ji-Man Choi. His second extra base hit of the day is going to make it 3-0 Pirates. That is his 10th of the season. He just turns on a fastball there with 2 strikes and extends the lead for the Pirates. Rodriguez barreled that one up, but was out in front, pulls it foul, and it's now 0-1. Pitch number 64 on the way, and it's lined into center field, and that one is going to hang up and be caught. So tons of hard contact in the inning for the Pirates as Ji-Man Choi goes deep, and then you get 3 straight lineouts to end the inning, but they lead 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Canna in his 9th season in the bigs. He's 0 for 1 so far in this one, and that ball is smoked into center field. A hittable fastball there, and he barrels it up to get on base to start the inning, and Milton in trouble again here as he's got the leadoff man on and nobody out. Milton goes back to the changeup, and this time he takes, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. He's down on strikes for the second time, and that is the first out of the inning, and now a double play would get the Pirates out of the inning here, and so we'll see if Milton can induce the ground ball. Narvaez singled back in the second. He's 1 for 1. There goes the runner, and the pitch is taken for a strike. Throw down is not in time. It's a stolen base for Mark Canna. He runs fairly well, but usually doesn't take a lot of bases. This time he is in safely with his 10th of the season. Narvaez late on that fastball, and that runs the count full. Payoff pitch is on the way, and he got him swinging. Another strikeout for Milton, and that makes it 2 down now in the inning. Mendick fouls that one back to stay alive. He's hitting just 156 this year with runners in scoring position, and how is that not strike 3? The slider looked like it caught every bit of the outside corner, and the count now 2-2, and he gets him swinging to end the inning, as Evan Milton is just racking up Ks here. It has run up the pitch count a little bit, but he's got 4 scoreless innings of work, and the Pirates lead 3-0.
1 strike.
Senga now approaching 75 pitches, and there's action in the Mets bullpen. That one grounded up the middle. Tough play here. Long run. Got to throw across his body, and Reynolds is going to leg this out. It's another infield single for the Pirates, and keeps the inning alive with 2 down and brings up Evan Milton. He is 1 for 2 on the day, flew out to center and has a base hit, and looking to try and extend the inning here, perhaps put a ball in the gap and extend the lead. Takes a strike right down the middle there, a fastball at 96 miles an hour. It's 0-1. Senga checks on Reynolds, kicks and delivers, and that ball lifted into left field. It is tailing towards foul territory and caught. Wow, what a play there as he makes the catch, crashing into the wall into foul territory to end the inning. We are halfway home here in New York, and it's 3-0 Pirates. Nowhere close with the fastball, and that's 2 in a row out of zone to make it 2-1 to Castro. Milton goes with the fastball here. It's off the end of the bat. Cruz out into left field, has it, and that's the first out. Gets a swing and a miss there, and now it's 0-2 to Marte. Milton looking for another strikeout, and did he get it? Yes, he did. Marte goes around and is down on strikes. That's another strikeout for Milton. He's at 73 pitches, though, so the Mets at least running up the pitch count in the process. Heck of an at-bat here from Guillorme as this is pitch number 10 now on the way. Milton thought he had him struck out a couple of times, didn't get any of the calls he needed, and now that one not close, and you can't argue with that one, but that's a tough one there. 10-pitch at-bat. Draws the walk, and he is now at 83 pitches, and Jeff McNeil standing in where one swing could make this a one-run game. Good take from McNeil, lays off the two-seam running down out of the zone and gets it to 1-1. Milton goes to the changeup here. It's off the end of the bat to Castro. He throws across the diamond to get him, and it's another Mets runner stranded, as that's now 5 scoreless innings of work for Evan Milton. We go to the 6th, and it's 3-0 Pittsburgh. The Mets are going to turn to the bullpen. It's Jose Quintana coming on, the lefty making his 37th appearance of the year, and he's already got 107.2 innings of work, a 4.6 ERA, has been very good against lefties, struggled against righties a little bit. So despite the lefty on the hill, the Pirates are going to leave Ji-Man Choi in, and it's going to pay off as he slices one down the left field line. That ball headed for the corner. Choi is going to have extra bases yet again. He's got a pair of doubles and a home run here and having a heck of a ball game for Pittsburgh. Choi takes his lead off a second. Nobody holding him on, so he can get a little bit of an extension there. And that ball is chopped up the middle. This is going to be a tough play here. Going to have to hurry. Matthias is out by a half step, and that is going to do it for the Pirates in the 6th. We're going to the bottom of the inning, and it's 4-5-6, 2 up for the Mets. Good take there by Alonso as he lays off the inside fastball, and it's 2-2 now. Wind up in the pitch, swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Milton as he is just absolutely racking them up. That's the first out here in the 6th and brings up Mark Canha, who's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. First pitch to Mark Canha is grounded to the left side. Castro fields, takes his time, throws on the run, and gets him for the second out. Takes a fastball low. It's quickly 0-1, and the pitch from Milton is lifted into shallow left. McCutchen running on and has it. So that is probably going to do it for Milton as he's pushing 100 pitches, but has given them 6 scoreless innings, and the Pirates lead 3-0. So we've got 9-1-2 due up here in the top of the 7th. Quintana staying out there for the Mets. Go ground out. I'm going to pinch hit for no, I don't really have anybody who can play short, so he's got to stay in the game. Ground out, strike out. I'm going to go ahead and sub delay in and get Milton a little bit of Rodriguez a little bit of rest. And now Milton's day is done. We got lefty, righty, righty due up. I think this is a good spot for Chase DeYoung. Underwood is tired, so I don't think I want to try him here. Got the bottom of the order due up. Oh my gosh. All right, now he at least gets the next couple guys out, and if I can get one out from Beeks here. There we go. Still got the shutout going. Reynolds. There's a dinger. Evan Milton. Come on, Choi. Have a day. Heck yeah. 4 for 4. Oh, man. You know what? You can have the rest of the day off, dude. That's a job well done.
Now playing first base.
In fact, let's get Connor Joe out of there as well. And now we're going to leave Beeks in to face McNeil. Let's just try and see if we can get him through the 8th. We did. Heck yeah. in the ninth. Let's just go for I don't think it's going to matter with a 4-run lead. Error, fly out. All right, there we go. Nice win for the Buccos. 4-0. We sweep them. 4-0, 4-2, 4-0. And just absolutely embarrass the Mets in front of their home faithful. So a good road sweep there. We don't really need, well, let's look at the stats real quick, because Milton ends up with 11 strikeouts, 5 hits and a walk over 6 innings, and gets his 22nd win of the season, and a 4-for-4 day for G-Man Choi, 2-for-4 for Milton, including a home run. Just a pretty solid game for both of those guys. And we get the series sweep. So let's head back. I believe we have an off day here, which is why we sent Milton back out there for the 6th, despite his pitch count getting up there a little bit. And there you see, yes, we do have the day off. And let's see what the Brewers did. All right, we've got to within 2.5 games here. Now we got to go on the road again and take on the Twins in some interleague action. It's going to be Contreras against Bailey Over in Game 1 of the series. Well, David Bednar blows another freaking lead, and we end up losing in 10 innings. So we were down 2-1. First of all, I think it's like 3 or 4 games in a row that Roansy Contreras gave up a leadoff home run to start the game. So that was awesome. But anyway, we battle back. Milton hits a 2-run homer to give us a 2-1 lead. Or a 3-2 lead. Because G-Man Choi also hit a solo home run. Then we go all the way to the 9th inning. And David Bednar, first batter he faces, hits the game-tying home run. So he has just been awful this year, and I don't understand it. He's the one guy on our bullpen, in our entire pitching staff, aside from Milton, who at the beginning of the season said, we're not worried about this guy, and he has just been an absolute disaster. That's all we're going to say about this one. Contreras actually pitched okay, but we get a loss because David Bednar just sucks. Ji-Hwan Bae is healthy. Wait, he's still injured? I'm just going to keep him on the DL. And now it's Mitch Keller against Sonny Gray. Of course, the Brewers won, and we're back down to a 3.5 game deficit in the division. All right, good bounce back win here. We were behind 1-0, just couldn't get anything going on offense. Had some opportunities, but couldn't score. We get a 3-run outburst in the 7th inning. Connor Joe drove in a run, and then Castro comes in and hits a pinch hit 2-run bomb to give us a 3-1 lead, and we hang on and win. Good game for Keller. 6 innings, 5 hits and a walk, 3 strikeouts, 1 earned run. Puck was okay. Underwood was okay. We actually pushed him a little farther than I wanted to. Then Beeks had to bail him out. Bednar, 1 inning of work. He walked a guy, struck out a couple, gets the save. So that's a big bounce back victory. Let's see what the Brewers did. They won again. It's driving me crazy. We just cannot make up any ground on them. All right, Game 3 of the series is going to be Velasquez against Chris Paddock. This is a matchup that I kind of like because Velasquez has been pitching really well. So let's see if we can get the series win on the road. So sit tight. Well, another good win here. We shut them out in a pitcher's duel here. A final score of 1-0. And we talked about how Velasquez has been pitching well, and he backed that up for sure. We only get 7 hits on the day, 6 strikeouts. 3 of the hits were for Reynolds, and 2 were for Milton. But we just couldn't make that pay off, as it seemed like every time Reynolds came up, there were already 2 outs, and the hits that Milton had were singles. He also got caught stealing yet again, which is starting to drive me crazy. But Velasquez, 7 1/3, just 2 hits, no walks, only struck out 3. Perdomo, 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit. Bednar is Mr. Heart Attack. He gave up a walk, a single, and then another walk to load the bases before getting out of it. But he got it done, I guess, if you want to call it that. And we get save number 37 from him. And a big series victory there. the next matchup is going to be against the Cardinals, and Milton goes back to the mound looking for his 23rd win of the season, and we finally made up a little bit of ground on the Brewers, got it back to 2.5 games as we're staying in it there, and when we look at the wild card, we've probably closed the gap a little bit. No, Phillies are way out in front of us. So it's going to be important that we win the division, because we're not going to have, really a shot at like the first wild card. But either way, I want to win the division. So we're 2.5 back, 6-4 over our last 10. We're still playing okay. This next one here is going to be a big one, and really the series, these next 2 series against the Cardinals and Cubs, we've got to take care of business, especially since we are at home for all 6 of them. So, sit tight. We'll be heading out to PNC to take on the Cardinals. And here we are in PNC Park. It is the Pirates hosting the Cardinals, with Pittsburgh sitting at 66-58, still right there in the thick of the NL Central, much in part to that man right there, as he is going to the mound looking for win number 23 on the season in just his 18-year-old campaign. He's making his 32nd start of the year. He is sitting at 22-3 with a 2.3 ERA, a .97 whip, and 224 strikeouts already. There's a backdoor curve from Milton. Edman out in front, fouls it off, and it's quickly 0-2. Then Milton goes to the fastball, belt high, gets the call, and that is a 3-pitch strikeout to start the ball game for Evan Milton. Garcia, the corner piece of that trade with Wainwright and Jordan Walker earlier this season, and he is down on strikes. 2 strikeouts in a row to start the ball game for Milton, and it's just 7 pitches in so far. Fastball just misses off the outside corner, and it's 1-0. Then he goes to the 2-seam out there. This one is hit deep to left field, but Goldschmidt just missed it. Sawinski has it just shy of the track, and the Cardinals go down in order on just 10 pitches. It is going to be the top of the order due up for the Pirates as we head to the bottom of the first. And we'll get a look at the numbers for Miles Michaelis. He's making his 25th start of the year. He is 9-10, a 2.96 ERA, pretty respectable. Also a very good whip, but this is a pitch-to-contact guy. Just 88 strikeouts across 158 and a third. Definitely a kind of guy that just makes you put the ball in play and beat him, keeps the ball in the yard, and can be effective with that ball down in the zone. Trying to slide her on 2-0, but that misses inside, and it's now 3-0 to Ke'Bryan Hayes. And that one will miss inside. It's a 4-pitch walk, and the Pirates have a man on with 1 out. Reynolds just fouls that one off and stays alive. The count's still 0-2. And the pitch from Michaelis is chopped back to the mound. He goes to second for 1, on to first. Double play to end the inning, and we are scoreless after 1. Takes that one up and in, and the count moves to 2-2. Milton winds and fires, and that ball taken into right field. So good piece of hitting there. Connor Joe struggles with it, but he is going to recover. It's going to be a single there on the 2-strike pitch. As he tried the slider, just got a little bit too much of the plate, and the Cardinals have their first base runner. Trying to get him with the fastball on the inside corner, but missed inside, and that makes it 2-2. Then he goes to the changeup, down and away, got him swinging. So he just had him on a rocking chair there, was going fastball off speed and changing speeds and locations, and gets yet another strikeout. And that brings up Wilson Contreras with 1 away.
He's going.
There goes the runner. The pitch is taken into right field on the hit and run. He's going to turn and head for third. The throw from Connor Joe is a good one, but just late as Arenado slides into third, and that's going to make it runners on the corners after the hit and run is successful. Great piece of hitting there by Contreras. Just perfect execution of the hit and run, but and a good effort by Connor Joe. But a good slide from Arenado to the backside of the bag. Hayes can't get the tag down, and his runners on the corners, 1 away for Tyler O'Neill. Fastball misses off the outside corner, and it's 1-0. Milton goes back to the fastball, jammed him. This is in the shallow center field. Reynolds should have a running start on this. We'll see if they send the runner. Here he comes. Reynolds, kind of a funky angle to it, and the throw is up the line, and they can't get the tag down. Man, it looked like he was going to be able to make a perfect approach to the ball there, as he had plenty of time to get under that, but just weird angle after he made the catch, and then the throw is offline with not much on it, and the Cardinals lead 1-0. Lopez lays off of that one and evens the count at 2 apiece. The 2-2 pitch is lifted into right field. Connor Joe coming on, makes the catch to end the inning, but the Cardinals get one. Some aggressive coaching there with the hit and run leads to the sacrifice fly, and they're on the board as we head to the bottom of the second. So Evan Milton will start things off for the Pirates here in the bottom half of the second. Takes a strike there as the sinker catches the bottom of the zone at the knees, and it's 0-1. The windup and the pitch from Michaelis is outside, and that evens the count at 1 apiece. Tried another sinker there. Now we'll see what he tries on 1-1. Goes to the four seam, but that one stays outside, and it's now 2-1. So Milton ahead in the count here, looking for something to drive on 2-1, and pulls a fastball foul. Just couldn't stay back as his eyes lit up on that one, and now it's 2 apiece here. And the pitch from Michaelis way high, able to lay off that one, runs the count full. Taking away the curveball down here. And he goes to the changeup, but Milton able to pull it foul just off the end of the bat and stays alive. So good at bat now. And yet another full count pitch. That one's also fouled off, so we stay full. Let's keep it going. He goes to the fastball inside. Milton lifts a deep fly ball to right field. This one is back to the track and off the very top of the wall. It was hit so high that Milton had plenty of time to just be rounding the bases, and he is into third with a leadoff triple. That fastball in there for strike one, evens the count at 1 apiece to Choi. Pirates just need something to get that run across, and that should do it. He hits a rocket into right field. Milton comes in to score. It's an RBI single for Choi, and we are tied at 1. 2-1 now as the fastball is into Marcano. This is an important pitch here. Marcano goes up and gets it, rips it into center field, and that's a big single as it extends the inning, gets Choi into scoring position, who doesn't run very well, but now just halfway around the bases, he's got to go to give the Pirates the lead, and it's going to be Endy Rodriguez to stand in with 2 down. Rodriguez tried to check his swing but could not hold up, went around, and now it's 0-2. He goes back to the sinker, and that ball is lifted into left field, headed for the corner, and it is going to get all the way to the wall. 1 run in to score. They're going to send Tucupita Marcano, and he will score as well. It is a 2-out, 2-run double for Endy Rodriguez, and that is huge as the Pirates rally for a couple more runs here in the inning to grab the 3-1 lead. Now you fall behind in the count to O'Neal Cruz. The Pirates might not be done scoring here as that ball was hit well to deep left field. This one has a chance to get out of here. Long run, but it is going to be caught just shy of the track, and that will end the inning. But a huge 2-out, 2-strike RBI or 2-run double for Endy Rodriguez, and the Pirates lead by 2 after 2. Good battle here by DeYoung. Fouls that one off and stays alive, still 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with the changeup. Nice pitch there as he gets him for the first out. So that one misses high. You don't want to walk him here as Milton leading the league in stolen bases, but Edmond is second in that category, and he got him swinging with another changeup there. Excellent pitching from Milton to get the second out of the inning, and that brings up Adolis Garcia with 2 down. He goes to the slider on 2-1, gets the call on the corner, and it evens the count at 2 apiece. And then it's a ground ball to the right side. Marcano fields, sends it over to Choi, and that's going to do it for the Cardinals in the third. As we head to the bottom of the third, the Pirates lead 3-1, and it's Hayes, Reynolds, and Milton due up. So Reynolds narrowly misses a home run. That brings up Evan Milton, now hitting .323, 18 home runs on the year, and 1-for-1 so far on the afternoon. And takes a fastball high for ball 1. He's now sitting on the 5th best OPS in the National League. And he's ahead in the count 2-0. So you got to be careful with this pitch here. 2 outs, obviously nobody on. You don't want to just groove one. And that's actually a pretty good pitch there. He goes inside, Milton swings through it, and it's 2-1. Then he goes to the changeup, and Milton's out in front of that one, pulls it foul, and just like that, the account is back to even. The 2-2, is lifted deep to right field. This ball hit well. This one has a chance to get down, and it's going to short hop the wall. Milton's going to have a double. He is now 2 for 2 with a triple and a double. So keep in mind that we are in just the 3rd inning, and the cycle is definitely in play here in Pittsburgh. Good job there by Sawinski to foul that one off. It stays 1-2, and now he's jammed on this one. Broken bat. He fields and sends it over to first to get him, and that's going to do it for the Pirates in the 3rd. They strand the runner in scoring position, and it's 3-1 as we head to the 4th. First pitch fastball from Milton, and he's ahead to Goldschmidt, 0-1. And he goes to the curve, and it is hit to the right or the left side into the hole. Cruz fields it deep in the hole and tries to throw it across the diamond to get him, but Goldschmidt able to run that one out, and he is on with a leadoff single. Good take there by Arenado to get it to 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch is chopped back to the mound. Milton goes to Cruz for 1, on to Choi for a twin killing and a big one, as that is going to make it now 2 down, nobody on here in the 4th. So it's Nolan Gorman now after the double play, and he's swinging first pitch, rips this one into center field, and it's in for a base hit. Excellent fastball there, evens the count at 2 apiece. The 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Contreras is down on strikes to end the inning, and Milton has another scoreless inning there, as it's now 3-1 as we're heading to the bottom of the 4th. Choi had a pitch to hit there with 2 strikes, but fouls it off. It stays 1-2. And now another fastball is very hittable, and this one he gets a hold of. It's hit deep to right field. Way back in, out of here. A solo shot for G-Man Choi, and that will extend the lead for the Pirates, as that makes it 4-1 on his 12th of the year. Just a couple of mistake pitches, honestly, there. The pitch before was a sinker pretty much right down the middle. There he tries to go in with a fastball, but leaves it over the heart of the plate, and Choi turns on it for the solo job. Very hittable changeup there, but Marcano just out in front, fouls it off, and the count now even at 2 apiece. And that ball lifted into the right center field gap and will get down, and good job to cut it off. They'll hold Marcano to the single. It's 1 away for Endy Rodriguez with the runner on first. Cruz, big rip at the changeup there, but out in front, swings through it, and it's 1-1. Now he lifts one into center field. This is going to hang up and be caught. And that will do it for the Pirates in their half of the 4th. They get 1 on the solo home run from G-Man Choi. The lead is now 3 as it's 4-1 after 4. Good take by O'Neill there. Lays off the changeup, and it's now 2-1. And Milton goes to the fastball. It is up the middle and into center field. Didn't exactly get all of that one, but it finds its way into center for a leadoff single. Takes a fastball for a strike to even the count at 2 apiece. O'Neill runs really well at first, but they haven't sent him yet. Still not going, and this one is chopped down the line to third. Hayes is going to have to go to first with it. They'll get the out there, and the runner moves into scoring position now with 1 out here in the inning. DeYoung hitting just .225 with runners in scoring position this year, but ahead in the count 2-0. Gets one to hit there, but lifts it into right field. Connor Joe coming on, makes the catch. O'Neill will hold at second, and it's probably a good thing. That was a good throw by Connor Joe, and that's now 2 down. And it's going to be Tommy Edman due up, already a couple of strikeouts. They're going to need a base hit here to try and get that run home and cut into this lead. Fouled that one off. It's now 1-2 to Edman. Milton kicks and fires, goes to the fastball again, and gets a soft fly into center. Reynolds is under it and has it to end the inning. Another runner is stranded, and we are going to head now to the bottom of the 5th. It's 2-3-4 due up for the Pirates, and they lead by 3. Pitch number 75 is in for a strike to Reynolds to get it to 0-1. And now a slider hit hard, and that one is going to get into right field for a 1-out single. Nice piece of hitting there as he stays back on the slider, barrels it up, and that's going to have a runner on for Evan Milton, who's already 2 for 2. A triple, a double, and a run scored. Looking to try and chip away at the cycle, see if he can get a single or the big fly in this at bat as he takes a curve to start things off. He has hit into 18 double plays this year. That is just absurd. There's a fastball missing off the plate away, and he's ahead in the count again as it's now 2-0. Big pitch coming up here with the runner on first. You don't want to walk him. Oh, and he gets the call on the inside corner with a sinker. That is huge, as it's now 2-1. Milton's got to be a little bit more aggressive here. Kicks and fires, and that ball hit well into left field, but it's pretty much an atom ball, and that will be the second out of the inning. Garcia lays off another, and that works the count full. So big pitch here to start the inning, and that one nowhere close, and he's able to lay off for the leadoff walk. So Garcia reaches for the first time, and the Cardinals in business now with a runner on as they hit the heart of the lineup here with Paul Goldschmidt due to stand in. That's a good curve from Milton on 0-2, but a good job by Goldschmidt to lay off, and that gets it to 1-2. 1-2 pitch is lifted into center field off the end of the bat. Reynolds coming on, makes the catch, and that's the first out. That's a heck of a 2-2 pitch, or a 3-1 pitch there for Milton to get the call on the corner, and that runs the count full. 3-2 pitch is sliced into right field. He makes a mistake in location with the 3-2 slider. Arenado staying back, takes it the other way, and rips it into right field for a one-out single, and that is going to make it first and third. And that's going to do it for Evan Milton. He's up there around 85, 90 pitches, and they are going to turn to the bullpen here as it's going to be Chase DeYoung coming on. The day is over for Milton. He pitched pretty well, but going to need some help as he leaves a couple of runners on. DeYoung's numbers there on the season, making his 52nd appearance of the year. He's worked 52 innings to a 3.63 ERA. Walks, not necessarily an issue. He has been pretty sharp in terms of his whip, but the ERA a little bit elevated. All right, so we're going to quick manage the rest of the way out here. Gorman is the one that we're kind of most worried about here because of the matchup. He's actually pretty good against righties. I'm going to pitch around him, and that is huge as we get the strikeout. And a pop-up, and that'll close the book on Milton. He goes, 5 1/3, 6 hits, 1 run. And had some strikeouts early. Those kind of fizzled out as the game went on. All right, they're going to turn to the bullpen here, going to the lefties, so we're going to make some changes as well. We're going to go, you know what, I'm going to leave Sawinski in. I will go with Santana. We'll leave Connor Joe in. And then we're going to go to Castro. Well, that worked out. And how about Andy Rodriguez having a day? Cruz, we will also pinch hit with a 5-run lead. Let's get Matthias a little bit of action and kind of make it a defensive substitution. Sack fly, so now it's 7-1. Now they go to the bullpen again. Who do I have left on the bench? Smith and Jigba, McCutcheon, and Jason DeLay.
Take your base.
We'll let Reynolds hit. And now I'm going to put McCutcheon in center. And we'll go ahead and let Connor Joe have the rest of the day off. And, in fact, let's give Andy Rodriguez the rest of the day off. So that's all of those substitutions. And we're going to just let DeYoung keep going here. He did a heck of a job today. Runs. DeYoung is gassed, though. 6-run lead. Oviedo can come in and hopefully just finish things off. So Milton finishes a single shy of the cycle. Pretty good day for him. He gets another victory, which is what, 23 on the season, if I'm not mistaken. And he's still not even to the point where he's like pitched as many games as he would have if he was in a 5-man rotation. So that's just super impressive. He goes 5 1/3, 6 hits, a walk, 6 strikeouts, 1 earned, gets the win. G-Man Choi 2 for 2 with a homer. Rodriguez a big day, 2 doubles and 3 driven in. Milton a pretty good day. Castro 2 for 2 off the bench. So solid performance all around in this one. Fell behind 1-0, and then, we scored 3 in the second and never looked back. So good win for us there, and that's a good way to start the series. Ji-Hwan Bae is back from injury. And that, unfortunately, for... You know, I'm trying to think of who... You know what? I think he actually should just go ahead and get... You know what, though? He plays so many positions that he has value beyond... Where is he? Right there. You know, he plays so many positions that he helps me beyond his offense. I think we just send Matthias down and thank him for his time. Yeah, let's send him to AAA. And then let's go and send D. Strange Gordon to AA. Ernie Ordonez can go to single A. Now we'll probably have to do some stuff with lineups here. Matthias, he's not even going to start in AAA. I probably should have sent him to AA to get him some playing time, but I don't need to do anything there, which means I shouldn't really need to do anything here, but I will put D. Strange Gordon in as the starter, at least against righties. We'll let Jackson Glenn hit against lefties just because. All right. Next game up is going to be Contreras against Hudson. Contreras has just got to find a way to have a good start. Like, get through the first inning without giving up a couple of runs or whatever. He's just been getting off to terrible starts. So we'll see if he can get back on track here and get us another win. We're 2 games back of the Brewers, so every game the rest of the way is going to be critical as we're now in late August. So heading on out to Pittsburgh, and we'll see if we can get a win. Well, we can't really blame Contreras in this one. We lose it 4-1, and we only managed to pick up 4 hits as a team. And the Cardinals, you see there, they had 9 hits, but they stacked them up there in the middle. Garcia, a 2-run homer with 2 outs in one of the middle innings. I can't remember which one. That kind of put us in trouble because we just weren't hitting. Hudson just shut us down. Ji-Hwan Bae had a hit and a stolen base in his return from the DL. Milton goes 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Jack Sawinski, 2 for 3 with a solo homer and a double. That was the only run production we had. But you see there, Contreras, 6 2/3, just 5 hits, but 3 earned runs, as one of them was a 2-run homer, and the other one, they just kind of stacked up a couple and managed to scratch across a run. Jalen Beeks gave up another run. Underwood did okay. Had to go to Chase DeYoung to kind of finish out. I was actually trying to put in Angel Perdomo, but accidentally clicked on DeYoung, and he got the job done anyway. But we lose this one 4-1, and we'll see if the Brewers won. Of course they did. So we lose a game, and now we've got to rely on Mitch Keller against Steven Matz to try and help us get the series win at home. Well, this one just didn't go well pretty much from the beginning. Again, just not getting anything going offensively. Just 6 hits on the day. You know, Milton goes 1 for 4. Andrew McCutcheon a couple of hits. But the only run that we scored was kind of a scratch. You know, we scratched across a run in the middle innings or whatever or I guess it was kind of early in the ball game, that made it interesting at that point, but then we just never got anything else going. Keller wasn't terrible, but he was pretty bad. 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 walks. That's a whip of 2, and he gives up 4 earned runs. Perdomo gives up a run, and Brubaker comes in garbage time and immediately starts walking guys. Managed to get out of that inning, only giving up 1 run, but we were just too far back to claw back into it. So we lose the series at home, and the Brewers win again. So now we're down 4 games. It's Justin Steele to fire game 1 here against the Cubs at home. We have got to at least win this series, if not take a sweep here. The Cubs are not a good baseball team. We got them at home. These are the kinds of games that you just got to win, and we let a couple get away from us against St. Louis. So let's see if Velasquez can get us headed back in the right direction. Well, we got crushed. Velasquez was terrible. we made it look a whole lot better than it really was because we scored 3 runs in the 9th, but we still lose by 5. Just absolutely awful, pretty much on both sides. The offense, I guess, wasn't terrible, but 14 hits and 6 walks. We only struck out 5 guys, and we gave up 3 home runs, and all of them were with traffic on the bases. So we just couldn't get outs when we really needed them. Oviedo is absolutely terrible. His whip is like 1.7 something right now, but he's a guy that I'm usually putting in games like this where we're already down big, so I'm not real disappointed there. But it just stinks that of all the games for Velasquez to kind of stink it up, it's one where we really need a win. We've lost 3 in a row, and we might be down 5 games now. Nope, the Brewers were off. So we'll see how that turns out. But that'll do it for this episode. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, and we will see y'all next time.
Good evening, friends and neighbors. Or shall I say this afternoon?